Famous person, Brian Andersen. Shocking secrets.
I like in between. By the time I got out of Cub Scouts, I was just over it.
What the hell happened?
I'm diagnosing your personality.
What does the diagnosis?
Is this a regular feature?
Well, is it?
Oh man, I hope none of my old troop...
All that and more today on Talking with Famous People. Talking with famous people.
I kind of like listening to people ramble, like to help me fall asleep sometimes too. So I might check out your YouTube channel and fall asleep. I think that talking about your thoughts helps you to formulate them and articulate them a bit more. But a lot of times we don't have a reason to do that.
It's like a video diary, kind of. The only reason you wouldn't call it a video diary is because I generally am not thinking much about the cute boy across the row from me in science class.
Do not read. Do not watch this YouTube channel. It's private.
Right. If someone is 42 minutes into a philosophy talk video and I'm saying something a little iffy,
you've got him at that point.
Or they got me.
There's just a certain tonality to it. There's something about the sound of someone lecturing in a lecture hall, and there's maybe a lot of reverb to it. And then you can kind of hear people rustling papers in the background. Like, that shit will knock me out.
It's the sound of learning.
Yeah.
The sound of learning puts you right to sleep. Do you identify with a specific personality type?
I don't believe so, no. Do you have certain archetypes?
Well, I've been reading a lot about Myers-Briggs lately, which breaks down personality along 4 binary vectors. Extroverted, introverted.
That's hard. I think I display pretty strong qualities of both. I can be seriously introverted, but once I am in a social setting, I can be extroverted. Also, depending on the amount of drinks in me.
Would you say that spending time with other people makes you feel more energized or tires you out?
Fucking A, both.
Okay.
I definitely can get more energized, but I totally need alone recharge time. I value by myself time like a lot.
Would you consider yourself a daydreamer or more somebody in the moment?
I'd say a daydreamer who's trying to be more somebody in the moment.
Do you think you make your decisions based on logical reasons or your gut?
Logical reasons.
Do you like a clear plan or you like super flexibility, keep things open, spontaneity?
A careful balance of the two. I like a plan. It's good to have a plan, but then it's fun to be able to diverge it. Am I doing totally wishy-washy answers? I like in between.
Filler words that were cut out.
Sort of like kind of like stuff like and like you know sort of like the like it was like just like and it was just like it was just I was just kind of like like or something like like I don't know,
right,
just like but I that stuff like that
but I don't, I mean
like and like but I would
this radiation suit won't protect you. This radiation suit's no good. This radiation suit won't protect you. This radiation suit's made out of wood. That won't protect you from harmful rays. That won't protect you from harmful rays. That won't protect you from anything, really. And all kinds of other sorts of things. Radiation poisoning is a legume, like a pea. Everybody knows that. A legume. Not the bean. Not the bean, it's a legume. Like a pea.
There's another personality model that says people are born either active, responsive, or neutral. Active being willful, wanting to make their impact. Responsive being basically wanting to help other people, or neutral being like, leave me alone. Which of those 3 do you think you were born as?
probably neutral. Maybe responsive. Definitely not active.
Now, were your parents, did they parent you like, now Brian, you have soccer practice at 3 and I don't care if you don't want to go to piano lessons, you're going. Or were they like, what makes you happy, Brian? That's what we want for you. Or were they like, leave us alone?
I'd say mostly column B and column C.
Okay.
Some column A. I went to like soccer and I had some extracurricular activities, but beyond fulfilling my initial obligation, I was never pressured. By the time I got out of Cub Scouts, I was just over it. Part of that was moving to Arcadia because I lived in Pasadena, and then my last year at Cub Scouts was a year in Arcadia. The quality of people, yeah, there was just some fucking little shitheads in there. And this is the sort of citizenship that this club is encouraging. I mean, I didn't think about it in those terms at that time, but that was how my emotions would have translated. This is bullshit. It's supposed to be like about learning skills and citizenship, but it's just these fucking little rich Arcadia assholes. I got over it. So I know I didn't have to go to Boy Scouts and it wasn't forced.
Okay, so if you're neutral and your parents are neutral, that makes you Enneagram Type 3. Let's see. This neutral child's solitude is encouraged by his parents' own withdrawal and indifference, which doesn't necessarily make the neutral child feel openly rejected, but rather intrigues and challenges him. Serious, focused, and rather unemotional, this youngster will likely try to fulfill his occasional need for attention by impressing his parents with outstanding accomplishments and high aspirations which make him feel worthy and valuable in their eyes. Later in life, these children become motivated achievers. Are you a motivated achiever?
Yeah, trying to be.
Or if in fact you're responsive and your parents are neutral, then you become, let's see, Type 2. You would be the helper if you're Enneagram Type 2.
Synopsis.
Of all the personality type, 2s think of love in terms of having positive feelings for others, of taking care of others, and of self-sacrifice. These aspects of love are undoubtedly important parts of the picture, but what 2s do not always remember is that at its highest, love is more closely aligned with realism than with feelings. Genuine love wants what is best for the other, even if it means risking the relationship. Is that you?
I hope not. That sounds a little needy. Yeah.
Well, let's see.
I don't think so. I think that definitely was me at a younger age, clingy and like desperate for some sort of connection like that. I think I'm less like that and more probably making a conscious effort not be in that department.
I don't really know you very well, you know. You and I have had plenty of conversations.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we talk similar to how we're talking now a lot at parties. We've had a lot of good conversations, and we've definitely been friends a long time. But
Right.
you and I have never gone out to grab lunch or something like that. you
Right.
know? Or gone camping, the two of us together with... Yeah, we hang out usually in groups.
We haven't had a whole lot of heart-to-hearts. I don't know, or do you have a girlfriend or something, or...
No.
No? Do you want at some point to have children?
I think so. I mean, I always thought that at some point I would just kind of end up doing that. But fuck, I'm almost 40 and that it hasn't come up. And I definitely feel like I would like to get more financially stable before anything like that happens. But I mean, I don't even really date or anything like that.
But you've always more or less had your pick of females, right?
No. I've had some good fortune, but I think I probably could have. But I was really, when I was younger, other than when I had a few drinks in me, I was really cowardly, particularly about pursuing the girls that I actually had a deep interest in. I definitely had some good fortune and ended up with some of the girls that I did really like and had relationships with them here and there. But particularly in my younger days, you know, late teens, early 20s, I was very scared shitless, really. And I think I wasn't even as interested as I thought I was. I was really lonely and wanted a girlfriend, and like I would get drunk and hook up with people and stuff like that. But there was a lot of times where I found, and it wasn't really a conscious thing, but I wanted to party more and be more with the crew. Like, I would rather stay at the party till 5 a.m. than go home with somebody, like, at 1 a.m., you know? Right. Even if it meant getting late or whatever. And I didn't realize it because it seemed, like, so contrary to what your, like, thought process would be.
You're supposed to do?
Yeah. You're supposed to want to get laid and go off with people, but...
Boy, aren't we all terrified at that age? I think we all are. I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I was consumed with thoughts of what I was supposed to do.
What did you study?
American literature,
Mm-hmm.
which I use every day at work.
But do you think that even the study of it was helpful in shaping how you think or how you approach complex ideas?
Well, I did read some good books. I just find the whole institution incredibly inefficient.
Maybe it's different for people, and that they're trying to conduct like a sort of standardized.
Trying to justify the expense. I mean, look, there's no reason why you should have spent all that money to read a bunch of books. I don't know. I just was unhappy in college, basically. Yeah. But whatever. Enough about me.
That concludes episode 8 of Talking with Famous People. I was your host, Eric, and I want to thank you sincerely for joining us today on our learning adventure. We'll see you again next time when we come back with episode 9 of Talking with Famous People.
Talking with famous people.